2TC is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6. We need to complete a game of chimps using just 2 towers. Today we're going to be hopefully doing this with the Pre-Emptive Strike submarine and the Ray of Doom Dartling Gunner. Now I'm hoping that we can place our Dartling Gunner over where my cursor is, just above the parasol, but if not, then we might have to slap the Dartling Gunner in the middle of this little square so that we can use the advanced intel in order to make maximum use of the camera detection that it could possibly have with the dummy range which the Dartling Gunner presents onto the field. Speaking of which, yeah, this would be the dummy vision that it has. See the shadow that has appeared over the Dartling Gunner? Yeah, that's how much advanced intel that we could possibly provide. So let's put down our Dartling Gunner there. Now this was originally done with just the ballistic missile and the Ray of Doom. I'm hoping that because of the fact that the Ray of Doom is a bit cheaper nowadays since it was back in update 25.1 when this 2TC was originally completed, that we'll be able to get the Ray of Doom a bit earlier than usual. Otherwise we're going to have to do a little bit of micromanaging, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Let's get the advanced targeting so that we can actually do something against camera balloons. Yeah, me don't like microing. Also me, I like to do a lot of mortar microing. It's a different kind of microing which involves the head of the plasma accelerator. That kind of microing I'm not as fond of. Another thing we need to keep in mind is that we need to think about how we're going to interact with rounds 45 and 47 where it has camo purple balloons, because definitely advanced intel is needed so that then we can do something aside trying to micromanage the scene to absolutely oblivion by having it as a 220, then upgrading it to plasma accelerator when all of the camo regrow purples are not on the purple stage. Not very ideal to say the least. Speaking of which, at least these aren't regrow or camoed, but they will be at some point. Because I think round 62 is going to be incredibly fun as well with all the purple balloons, but I hope the ballistic missile is able to take care of the purple issues then and there. Let's get laser shock and go up to laser cannon. I think after round 47 have 2 different ways of guaranteeing camo pops, but this is only in the dummy range of our Dartling Gunner, which is not a lot. Perhaps I should have placed you in the square here. The positives to getting Pre-Emptive Strike is that we'll be able to deal with the middle class balloons that much sooner, but the downside is we wouldn't really have anything especially good against ceramics, and the Ray of Doom is the only thing that we have that is very good against super ceramics. Get out of here, you all. Thank you very much. Alright, ceramics left. Hopefully no pesky yellow balloons will be able to be annoying. But I don't know, maybe we do need to go up to plasma accelerator before round 45, because it means that as soon as they're popped by the ballistic missile, then we can just simply outright destroy what's left. Perhaps? We'll see what bridge is turned when we get to that point. I was about to think, are those yellow balloons going to escape? Of course not. We never die to yellow balloons. Ever. You can quote me on that. Ballistic missile taking care of the first of the Moabs. Alright, some of the first balloons are getting very close to the exit of the map, and the swivel speed of this Dartling Gunner is very slow. Very, very, very slow. Yeah, some of these are getting a little bit too heavy when it comes to the Dartling Gunner to try and deal with on our own, so we may actually need to take a leap of faith by going up to laser cannon. Yeah, the laser cannon swiftly dealt with the opposition there, but these purple balloons, are we going to have that kind of luck around 47 though? We definitely need to wipe them out before they regrow back into the purple layer. Okay. Plasma accelerator it is. When are the camo regrow purples going to spawn? Are they going to spawn at some point? Oh, it's round 48. That's when they spawn. My bad. My bad on that. For some reason I thought it was round 47, because I always think of round 48 as the round with fortified ceramics. Now all we need to do is save up 81k for Ray of Doom. It's just that easy. Come on, man. All you gotta do is press that Ray of Doom button. Look at that. That's just so easy. Why aren't you purchasing Ray of Doom on round 51? Because it's financially impossible. On CHIMPS, that is. In regular gameplay, perhaps you can get the money by that point using farms and whatnot to then get yourself a Ray of Doom. Be careful, balloons, with just the tip of my plasma accelerator. It is the most deadly part of my Dartling Gunner. Yeah, knowing where to have the head of my plasma accelerator at all times, especially like when it gets to the super fortified ceramics, is going to be really tricky for me. Just because I'm not the best when it comes to like where to have my cursor at all times and whether or not the cursor is going to behave because of UI things. So let's say money, it won't go over the money, it just sort of transports / teleports over it because there's a factor on the screen that affects your microing. I hope to be able to micro these whenever we can hit the Moabs. Hopefully the purples can be hit. Hopefully. Oh, this is looking a bit worrisome, actually. I don't know how fast some of these are to be exit. I'll best keep the cursor over here. The purples are about to escape. Okay, the purples are my biggest priority. Okay, there we go. Do not want them scurrying to the exit. Thank you very much. Round 63. Very easy. Much easier than round 62. Can you believe it? Just keep the cursor over the ceramics and they'll be no problemo. I used to think that the plasma accelerator was equal in power regardless of where you had your cursor, but then I learned the hard way. It's called my Ray of Doom 2 Megapops video that I did on this map when I first tried to do 2 Megapops back in the dark ages of me. That was also back when I hated mortars and thought the special operations could never get 2 Megapops. And nowadays I've got an OG2TC with the special operations and I'm able to do a 2 Megapops with that tower. How the times have changed. How the tables have turned. Or the turns have tabled. But I still have a ways to go before I can call myself a good player at this game. And by that, I would need to be able to do a 2 Megapops on an expert map. Not just any old kind of expert map. I'm talking like Ravine, Bloody Puddles, dare I say it, Castle Revenge and Geared, or Erosion, or X Factor. You know, some of the harder advanced maps that you could consider as expert. Believe it or not, but Geraldo has a 2 Megapops on every single map of the entire game. Can you believe it? Geraldo, the master of supporting your 2 Megapops intending tower, is the ultimate weapon to get a 2 Megapops on every single map in the game. And every single other map will be no different. All it takes is a skilled enough player and they are able to pull it off. 27k away now from the Ray of Doom. Still fairly a long way off. And we've also got round 75 to consider, but this shouldn't be too hard. I think, believe it or not, I feel like the plasma accelerator is better against Moabs than it is against ceramics when it comes to damage. It just feels like it melts with fortified Moabs, but when it comes to the ceramics on the inside, it's like, nah, I'm gonna take my sweet time with them. Okay, speaking of, round 76, hopefully this does it. Wonder if I should have done some regrow bugging there to get some more cash out of those regrow balloons. But it's not really that possible with rainbows, just simply because of the fact that this thing just pops them too quickly. Okay, round 77 goes down just like that. But what's it going to be like in the 80s? I really need to keep my submarine as a ballistic missile so we can have the money in order to get to it. But can we actually get to it? That is the main thing. Great, purple balloons. Just what I needed. More things to stop me from progressing. There we go. That should be that. And there we go. Round 79. And you go away. And you... Or perhaps we would have to go up to Pre-Emptive Strike. Because then we have some means of being able to damage the super ceramics. But still, it's just not as good as the Ray of Doom. We're just over 8k away from it. But that's still a means of trying to get through the early 80s to get it. people forget that, I can think of this combo or that combo, but that's not been done before. Why can't it be done? Well, you've got to be able to actually afford said towers. Like the idea of Archmage and Balloon Crush, that sounds enticing because the Archmage can decamouflage all the balloons, and therefore the Balloon Crush can just stall everything. But here's the thing, you've got to be able to actually get to that point of affording both towers. I think we need more ceramic damage ballistic missiles. What you're doing at the moment is just simply not enough. Come on. Come on. I wish we got more money per pops. I hate these ceramics so much. It's just such a nightmare, honestly. Ceramics at this stage are such a nightmare. Well, colour me surprised that somehow worked, and now we just need to pop these regular BFBs and then we'll be able to afford the Ray of Doom. Yes, there we go. Yes. Yes. Well, perhaps we could just leave this thing at a ballistic missile, but that wouldn't be as interesting. We won't be able to pop the bad as quickly, but we can still do it like this, just having the ballistic missile and the Ray of Doom. I mean, this would get 2 million pops, but let's not do that. Let's be a little bit more useful with our money. I mean, we could just not use our money, but we're going to use our money, okay? There we go, no ballistic missile. Have at it, comment section. Yeah, I think these ZMGs, you're gonna need a little time out here. We are the masters of this resort plains. I wonder if Ninja Kiwi is going to make a map with the letter J in it. I wonder if that's going to be a thing that will happen one day. The Harbinger of Jealousy. Guess what? That will be the first extreme map in Balloons Tower Defense 6. And by golly, would you like to see extreme difficulty return to Balloons Tower Defense? Because last time we've seen it was in the 5th installment. I wish it would come back, honestly. I think that'll be a fine addition to the Balloons Tower Defense 6 gameplay. But also, I like to see and try and see the best of the players at this game trying to get 2 megapops on those scenarios. Here we go. 2 means of absolute death against the DDTs. They don't stand a chance. Neither do these. None of them do. Some of them are even preemptively struck because of how powerful the Ray of Doom is. Okay, let's just wipe them out. Round 97. Come on, come on. Yeah, I know I could have done this with just a ballistic missile, but this looks better than the ballistic missile, okay? This is far more powerful. Okay, round 98. Very good, very good. Let us now just annihilate everything here. Good, 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 good. Very good, very good. Here we go. DDTs. No way you're going to be able to get past our defenses here. And we're just going to instantly annihilate this when you get to critical health. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. I thought it was a critical health at that point. I guess it needs to be even more critical in order for that to be a thing. So round 81 actually is probably the most problematic of the rounds, and if you have your Dartling Gunner in an also desirable spot in order for this thing to make a use of its advanced intel, then rounds 45 and 48 would be big issues as well. So yeah, definitely very, very cool to have camo purple as a problem. I'll tell you what, if there is one thing I would change permanently in Balloons Tower Defense 6, one thing I would change permanently within the rounds themselves, I would remove the camo property from the purples and layers around 95. I'm not saying it's a DDTs on that particular round, but just those particular balloons in general, they're some of the most ghastly things to deal with. It's not a tough opponent, it's just a few properties that makes them near invincible to certain combinations. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Please let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below. Yeah, you could definitely do that with just a ballistic missile because you're perfect, but you had yourself the way of doing at that point, and that's the only powerhouse in which you need. But it was so nice to have, but we didn't insta-kill that bad. But thank you all so much for watching. If you are looking forward to the Rogue Legends DLC, then do not be a rogue, be a legend by using my creator code support code FeeneyBobby in the creator code section. Put my name in, as you can see here, and become an absolute legend when you purchase the Legends DLC. I did hear that like different skins will also have like different artifacts in comparison to like the original, so I'm looking forward to it. And the first hero I will play will be the avatar of the channel, Void Dora, most definitely. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.